Hey everyone, it's Skiesti. Let's talk about how Mercy is being changed in the base game and Stadium for Season 18. Unsurprisingly, Mercy hasn't received any base kit changes this season yet again. However, she has a new minor perk, Divine Momentum, which will be replacing Winged Reach. Tough scene for Winged Reach users, aka myself, but hopefully this new perk will be okay. Divine Momentum increases Mercy's travel speed by 15% after canceling Guardian Angel. Divine Momentum is a nerfed version of Blessed Boosters, an item for Mercy from Stadium that I don't use. Taking this perk will give you a small burst of speed after jumping or crouching during Guardian Angel. It'll help with survival and give you more momentum to put more distance between you and whoever might be chasing you. The speed burst also allows you to take the high ground a little bit easier since the launch makes up for any lack of distance. You have to be considerate of your Guardian Angel meter for two reasons when taking this perk. This perk might 1. Break super jump reses, or 2. Bring you out of beam range if you're not careful. You can still super jump res, obviously, just make sure to have better control over your Guardian Angel when you do. Moving on to Stadium, I'm a little confused about the direction the devs are taking her, but I'll save that for after we go over everything first. I have the absolute greatest displeasure to share that Crepuscular Circle is no longer with us. They removed her instead of nerfing her for some inane reason, and I'm in mourning. That also means that Mercy doesn't have any Valkyrie powers anymore. Oh, Glass Extra Full has also been removed, but that's like, whatever. We'll actually be coming back to that later, but for now, the two powers have been replaced by Tethered Tourniquets and Supply Surge. After swapping to Caduceus Blaster, Caduceus Snap automatically heals the closest ally at 100% effectiveness for every 1 second you spent tethered, up to 10 seconds. Tethered Tourniquet seems like a direct replacement for Crepuscular Circle. It keeps the aspect of Crep Circle that allowed you to have your beam on someone while having your pistol out at the same time, just in a different way. Healing or damage boost both contribute to the tethered time. It does work in Valkyrie. You can also use this to res while keeping your beam on someone. If you beam someone, swap to your pistol before res, and then res. And we all know I'm not a Battle Mercy enthusiast, so this isn't for me, but hopefully y'all will still have some fun with it. Let me know how it feels to play in the comments when you try it out. For Supply Surge, reloading while having Caduceus Snap out grants allies affected by it 20% move speed for 2 seconds, restores 50% ammo, and reduces their cooldowns by 3 seconds. This ability is on a 10-second cooldown. Supply Surge actually seems like it'll be fun. I'm glad they went for movement speed, ammo, and cooldown reduction instead of doing something that affects your target's attack speed. This power will give your target more resources and yourself by extension. You should be able to navigate sticky situations much easier. Whether your DPS needs to reload at a critical moment or you need to back out quickly, Supply Surge will be the answer. P.S. It works on all tethered allies in Valkyrie. A couple of Mercy's other powers have been adjusted, and they're mostly nerfs. The only power getting outright buffed is Protective Beam, which is getting an additional effect where Caduceus Staff stays tethered 1 second longer to allies not in line of sight. This should make the total tether 2.3 seconds. I'm actually quite a fan of this change. Triage Unit now increases all healing from Mercy instead of only counting healing from her Caduceus Staff. However, that healing has been reduced to 25%, down from 35%. It comes to absolutely no surprise that Threads of Fate is finally being nerfed. The effectiveness of Threads of Fate's chain, which was previously 50%, is now 35%. Battle Medic's attack speed per stack is now 3%, down from 4%. Lastly, the extra healing from Serenity has been reduced from 20% to 10%. I don't think I've ever taken Serenity, honestly, so I'm a little surprised by this one. Maybe I was sleeping on it, but I never felt like I needed more from Sympathetic Recovery in Stadium because of all the other healing modifiers available. Now, on to Mercy's item changes. Previously a power, Glass Extra Full has been demoted to a rare weapon item for Mercy. It grants 25 health, 5% attack speed, and grants up to 25 overhealth when healing full health allies. It will cost 4,500 cash. Chain Evoker has been nerfed to grant 50 health instead of 50 armor. Sad day for Chain Evoker users that liked the added survivability, aka me. 15% ability power has been added to Angelic Acrobatics, and now costs 1,000 more cash. Blessed Boosters is being changed from an Epic Survival item to an Epic Ability item, with 10% ability power added, and health granted reduced from 50 to 25. I expected some of the changes we got. I assumed there was no way Threads or Crepe Circle weren't getting nerfed. I wasn't expecting Crepe Circle to be removed entirely though. Admittedly, it was strong, but surely there was a way to dial it back without giving up on it. Like, it's giving Season 3 Triage Mercy flashbacks. If you know, you know. Selfishly, I really enjoyed the aspect of rezzing in Valkyrie without my beams breaking, so that's just like a tragic loss for me. You know, I can't believe that we didn't see any changes to Equivalent Exchange. Personally, I'd like to see Equivalent Exchange replaced with a res refresh upon activating Valkyrie. What that means is if res is on cooldown, you'd pop Valkyrie and it would be available again. Once used, it'd be on a 30-second cooldown once more. It'd keep the satisfaction of chaining Rez's Mercy players' desire while keeping it relatively tame since it'd be tied to Valkyrie. You could even bring them back with less health if you really wanted to put another limitation on it, but I'm not sure it would need it. I want to circle over to one specific sentence in the developer comments that released with Mercy's stadium changes. We've tried to make ability power builds and Caduceus Blaster builds more realistic with new power interactions and updated itemization. So the Caduceus Blaster part of that sentence is fine. What I'm looking at is ability power. You're telling me the devs want a hero that has absolutely no ability power capabilities in her kit, aside from previously 2, now technically 3 powers with the inclusion of Triage Unit? If we look at the item changes, we've got ability power being added to Guardian Angel related hero items. Just so we all remember, AP doesn't do anything itself to Guardian Angel. The only thing that the AP Guardian Angel item changes help is if you're building healing through Guardian Angel with the Wambulance and Triage Unit powers. If you want us to build AP, something in her actual kit needs to be affected by it, otherwise it's not very satisfying to play. I don't know, it's not just enough to slap ability power on a few of her hero items and just call it a day. The devs mentioned that they want to add more variety to how Mercy players can build, and that Crepe Circle made it difficult to build any other way. There's only really one proper way to build Mercy's AP build, with the 3 AP powers plus whatever AP items you want. The base of the build is finding things that use Guardian Angel to increase healing with AP, and then adding First Responder for res AP overhealth. That's the build. And because Mercy has no AP in her base kit, it's the only viable way you can build it. You could build a hybrid ability power Battle Mercy build with items that give attack speed, weapon power, and or ability power, but the AP doesn't affect either of her Battle Mercy powers, so you're not building AP specifically for that. Even though Crepe Circle was mandatory in most builds, there were so many ways you could build out of it just based off that one power alone. My bitterness aside, there's still plenty of builds for Mercy. Going forward, I would recommend her classic weapon power healing, buffed ability power healing build, or a build that focuses on enhancing her kit's general abilities. Battle Mercy is also still viable and now better than before, so if you're feeling spicy, you can also run that. And that's all for me for now. Sorry if I complained a little too much. I'm tired. Yeah. It's tough being a Mercy player sometimes. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you think about Mercy's new Minor Perk or her stadium changes. Thank you so much for watching, as always, and I will see you next time.